This was made by our students with the help from the Work Limited staff. It may not be perfect, but we had lots of fun making it. Please enjoy!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the It's Cool to Be Different podcast. Say hello, everyone, and wave as well. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back. So, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Since we did a podcast, because we are now in Kreate, which is going to be one of our topics that we talk about today. But I think what I need to do is actually reintroduce everyone to this podcast because it is the official relaunch of the It's Cool to Be Different podcast. So, first of all, welcome back if you are listening. Let me get my trusty notes. We are the It's Cool to Be Different podcast, created by and for students or adults with learning disabilities, where we talk about all things work, all things life, and where appropriate, their disabilities, where we get to tell the world about our disabilities, how the world looks to us, the things that we have the things we enjoy, the things we don't enjoy, maybe things we struggle with, how we adapt and how we learn and how we grow, ultimately giving you all a voice to tell the world about our perspective and hopefully beat the misconceptions, I suppose.
Yep.
They're all so shy. They're shy because it's the first time we're back, right? It's the first time we've done this in about 2 years. So, how we've moved on, that's the perfect way. How we've moved on, because what did we do before? I'll introduce you all in a moment, but what did we do before? How did we do the podcast before?
I was in the cabin and it was so noisy. There was a guy cutting the grass and I had ear pain because I had Terry right next to me and she was screaming,
Right.
which was funny.
Yeah.
But no, we were like talking about our pets and stuff, which was quite nice. And I think Abby was there as well. And we were just talking about our pets and stuff
So
like that.
that was the last episode you were on, which was nearly, we could arguably say 2 years ago.
Yeah, it
right?
was 2 years ago, yeah.
Which is crazy because we love doing it, we enjoy it, but it's because we now have Kreate, which is one of our new locations, which we're going to talk about in more detail. But we are now in a position to make much better produced ones. Before it was we would just get together and we just have a chat and have a laugh, but now we are producing them properly because we have this studio space. We have got camera 1, camera that's on the wide, which is on all of us, camera 2, which is on me and Lydia, and camera 3, which is on Courtney and Holly right now. And we've also... I'll say again, sorry, one.
I was just going to wave at that one.
And we've also got a crew behind the scenes. We also have our GoPro, a wide angle showing you behind the scenes up there. So up there, say hello, wave everyone. So yeah, as well as the conversations on screen, we're also going to include our lovely production crew behind the scenes that also includes students and our newest staff recruit / producer / will one day probably be on the podcast doing this. Adam, say hello, Adam.
Hello, Adam.
How did you know he was going to do that?
Yeah.
We knew he was going to do that.
Very predictable.
And behind the scenes today, we have also got the lovely
Jenna.
Hello, Jenna. How are you?
I'm all right.
Good. So we're going to talk. It's going to be quite a nice. It's very nice and reflective. We all just have a laugh and have a good chat about things. So you can find us on all the socials, which are Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You're probably on YouTube if you're watching now. And this podcast is on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. So Facebook is, I can't remember now. Someone help me out. Is it @Work Limited?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I know that Instagram is @_Work Limited.
Yep.
@Work Limited _ Sheffield.
There you go. I'll say it again. @Work Limited _ Sheffield. And then the YouTube channel is @Work Limited. So if you just search for that, that's there. And you'll find all the media content that we will be producing. And yeah, Spotify, where all you have to do is type in the It's Cool to Be Different podcast. Okay, so let's introduce our guests for today for this very good re-entry into the It's Cool to Be Different podcast. And we'll start, I'll go this way.
Hi.
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 What's your name? Where do you come from?
My name's Lydia.
Hello, Lydia.
Hi, my name's Holly.
Hello, my name's Courtney.
Hello. And we've obviously got the lovely Jenna behind the scenes. So, Lydia, tell us an interesting fact about yourself. Didn't prep you for this, did I?
No, I don't know what's interesting about me.
Lots of things.
Okay, well, I'm the one of 5.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 4 sisters, and I'm the
Yep.
middle one.
Wow.
Yeah,
Big family?
yeah. Big
You all get
family.
on really well as well, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
Good. That's good. I say good. Yeah, you should. Yeah, good. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do. So, 1 of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Holly, an interesting fact.
Okay, so I have a photographic memory.
Yeah?
I also have naturally red hair.
Yep.
So
Beautiful
does
red hair.
most of my family, everybody, pretty much, I think me, my mum and my dad and my brother all have red hair.
Yeah?
Naturally red hair. And then I can also like wiggle my ears.
Can
So
you?
can my mum, yeah.
I can't do that.
No, I
Well,
can't.
Like,
I don't know if we can see
Wait,
it, but
if you move your hair.
this is cool. Oh, yeah, they're going. Brilliant. Thank you very much. And Courtney?
One interesting thing. All I can say is I'm the only one in my family that's got epilepsy.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's the same as me, actually.
Yeah?
Because they normally say you get it from someone else in your family,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
but no one else in my family.
Yeah,
got
it's
it.
the same with like autism because I'm the only one in my family who's got autism. Yeah, I'm the only one who's got autism in my family, yeah.
Well, I appreciate you telling us all that. Yeah, because you can't, one of the things is we're going to be talking about our learning disabilities. So, Lydia?
Yeah, I've got epilepsy.
Epilepsy.
I've got autism.
Epilepsy.
Epilepsy. Okay. So that's, thank you for telling us that. And we'll obviously kind of chat about those things and how they maybe impact you in day to day, but then also what you do to overcome that and all the adaptations you make. Jenna, an interesting thing about you. Come on.
Horses.
Yes.
Yes.
Horses.
What about your horses?
I'll just love them. I just like look after them
Yeah. You go to the stables, don't you?
Yeah.
And you look after them once or twice a week?
once a week.
Once a week. Excellent. Good. Thank you very much, Jenna. Okay. And lastly, we'd like to point out to everybody our little new logo for the Kreate studio. Who made that?
Me.
Lovely, Holly. So tell us about it. Tell us about it because it's wicked and we're really happy to finally have something on these white walls as well. It's brilliant.
Okay, so basically it was an old picture from Adam's bathroom.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And basically I painted it white. And then what I did was I did some designs of logos in my sketchbook. And then I found my favourite one. But I kind of changed it a bit and improved it. And then I sketched it out in pencil. And then basically what I did was I used paint pens to just colour it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. I love
Yeah.
it. It's great.
So
I love
thanks
it.
to Adam for the picture.
Yeah. What was it first? Was it a lighthouse?
It was a really tacky lighthouse picture. It did not look good, and it looks a lot better now.
Perfect for a downstairs bathroom.
Thank you, Rachel.
So let's talk about Kreate then. We're going to sort of spend a bit of time today. What the episode is about today is return to the podcast, create a new site, how it works for you folks and how you like it, what we do here, what's different, and then we're going to show people a couple of the pieces of cool work that we've done so far. So we've been open now for just over a year. Actually, we've not even been open to students for a year yet. We opened May or June, but before that, we opened the shop downstairs. But when you heard, you were all up at Work Limited, which is our other site where we did our original podcasts, and you were all there. So we'll start with Lydia. Tell us, like, when you heard about Kreate, how did you hear about it? How did you feel? What was it that maybe attracted you to this new location?
So I heard about it from Glynis, who is the manager.
Mm-hmm.
So she just told me about it because obviously we've just opened this site, which is obviously with the shop downstairs, and she knows obviously I probably want to do something a bit more obviously practical and more, more stuff to do, like, and with independence. And obviously we're thinking of doing the podcasts and stuff,
Right.
which I like to do. So yeah, she.
Sorry, go on. I interrupted you.
So yeah, it was just something different, and she knew I would like to, try something.
The practical experiences
Yeah.
in the shop and working with all the multimedia stuff that we do, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, which we are going to go into in more detail. Great. Thank you. So you mentioned independence there as well. And Holly, you mentioned it when we were chatting about it beforehand. You mentioned that. So how did you hear about it and what was it that attracted you to this place?
Okay, so basically, Katie, who used to work here, she said, oh, we're opening a new shop. And I said I wanted to do more Jesmonite and resin. And she said, oh, I think you'd enjoy it up there. So I told her I'd go. And when it had been done up, I went there.
And you enjoyed it?
I enjoyed it, yeah.
Well, let's say hello to Katie first of all, because Katie's our old podcast host. We miss her though, don't we? Say
Yeah.
hello
Yeah.
to Katie. Hello, Katie.
Hey, Katie.
Hi, Katie. She will definitely be watching as well. So she'll probably be going red now, like, oh, shucks, guys. Like that.
She'll be crying her eyes out in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
She will. Oh, they've remembered me. But yeah, so we started one of the couple of the products that we make here, we were trialing them up there, weren't we? And I think especially Holly and Lydia, yourself, you were part of that, weren't you? And so, yeah, you enjoyed it and you decided to come down and do those things. Courtney, what about you?
I think I heard from this place about, I don't know, remember, but Di rung my mum up about it
Okay.
and asked if I wanted to try something new.
Mm-hmm.
And I was scared, but I'd only come if my friends were here.
Right. And they all come, right? Which is what I was going to lead on to because Jenna, Courtney, Holly as well, but Lydia, because
Yeah.
you're our newest recruit, aren't you? But you three have been coming to work for a while and you knew each other. And Courtney's just said like you were quite scared and anxious about coming here because it was a new place,
Yeah.
and would only come if you went. But how did that bother you that everyone was thinking of coming here? And
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
easier to come. I'm not far away anyway.
Yeah.
Just get one bus up here and walk
Yeah.
it.
okay, so was it easier for you to get
Yeah.
here? Okay,
Not
and
to work. It's just that get a bus waiting round.
yeah.
Get me anxious for it.
Right, okay. So that to just come in here, take a lot of
Yeah.
pressure off that,
Yeah.
which is great because it's very social. And one word that you mentioned, all of you have pretty much mentioned, whether it was today, right now, or earlier, is independence. So that leads nicely into what is different about Create to Work Limited. And I think the answer that you've all been talking about is independence, but also a few other things. So I'll start with you, Courtney, this time. We'll probably just go backwards. What's different about this place? So, like, why is it different and beneficial to you?
Well, up at Work Limited, it's more of a bigger place.
Yeah.
And there's more people. But here, it's not like a right big place.
Yeah.
So it's more easy, like, just to remember where things are. And it's more quiet. Nothing against Work Limited.
It's a quieter space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Would you say the same, Holly? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because when I was there, I used to get stressed because of the noise, and I like the fact I can make my own drinks.
Right. Let's talk about cups of tea and independence. Go for it.
All right.
Because we all feel this. This is not
Yeah.
this is not unusual.
Right. Okay. So I like my drinks done a certain way,
Yeah.
and when I'm at Work Limited, sometimes people make them wrong, and I don't like it. They don't put enough powder in, or they don't put enough milk in. It's like
Yeah.
more powder,
Yeah.
more milk.
But we can't do that up there, can we? Because there's so many people.
Yeah,
There's
that's the only problem. Yeah.
There's a lot more people. You don't have they don't have that flexibility that we have here. But what we have done here is give you more independence because of the space and the fact that you can come and use the space as your own. You're encouraged to be more independent. You're encouraged to keep the place neat and tidy and on all of that. And do you like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like things to be tidy. I don't like messy things. It makes me feel stressed.
So it gives you the opportunity. You're in control of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you then, Lydia? How is it different for you? Oh, we should mention that we don't make Andrea's tea. Auntie Andrea, you say people make drinks wrong. We don't. I don't make Andrea's cup of tea because it's just it looks awful, doesn't it?
people don't know who Andrea is.
Andrea is one of our Andrea is one of our colleagues who has a terrible, terrible looking cup of tea. I'm sure it's delicious, but
A cup of tea basically looks like watery milk.
Yeah, my mum would call it. My mum would call it wee tea.
So yeah, sort of very quickly then. So what's different?
Well, yeah, like the others have been saying. So at work, I think there's more people. It's just a bit more crowded environment. But here, it's more smaller groups and a bit more calmer. Yeah, a calmer space. And you can just take your time with stuff. I don't know, calmer environment. And you can just do stuff for yourself. And it's that independence, really.
There's less people, isn't there?
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit quieter, a little bit more relaxed. That's not to say up there it's still brilliant because they have
obviously they're
loads
helping you and stuff, but down here you're trying to get that confidence and independence and doing stuff for yourself.
Yeah, I agree. What would you say, Jenna? Would you like to add to that at all?
No, it's quiet and it's better for my anxieties.
Yeah.
It's easy to calm me down here. Up there, just too much noise. I have a problem with... I've got autism.
Yeah.
Easier to calm me down. And all my friends can calm me down straight away.
Yeah. That's great. That's good. And there's nothing wrong with it's just two different workplaces, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with it. We've got different styles, and it just offers something different. The next question was going to be, how does it benefit you? But I think you've already just ticked it there, haven't you? It's a calmer environment for you. Like Jenna's just said, there's a lot more independence for you, and it supports you either becoming more independent or at least building on that. And I think if we can offer that to you and give you that space, you're only going to grow within it, which I'll come to Holly and your self-travel. Like, we've, in little ways, supported you with your self-travel, but how have you found that different to travelling to work limited and here?
Well, for a start, I don't like the 88 bus because it's just full of kids from Silverdale who just mess around.
Yeah, so from the school, so they're busier already, right?
Yeah, whereas the other bus, it does have school children, but not as many. They're more like younger, so it's not as bad. And also the bus journey isn't as long because it takes me longer to get up there than it does to here.
Okay.
It's only 5 minutes on the bus from mine.
Yeah.
So I usually walk, and it takes me quite a while. It takes me about half an hour to get up there. It takes me ages.
Have you been here and all those other pressures, has it made you be able to sort of like maybe focus on the actual travel itself and becoming more confident in that?
Focus on the actual travel itself and just become more confident, because I can stand with people at the bus stop and not get stressed.
Well, yeah, you've mentioned to us sort of before we started recording how the conversations we have here and the way that you're independent and the people that you spend time with have made you feel more confident and engage with other people outside. So could you tell us a little bit about that? Okay,
so I think, definitely it's helped with me talking to people outside of here. And like at college, I'm now saying hi to people who I didn't used to say hi to, and now I'm starting to talk to people. And when I'm having like group discussions, like, I'll ask more questions, and I'll talk to people more and stuff like that. And on the street, if someone says hi, I'll say hi back.
Brilliant. And that's great, because before you were really anxious about communicating with people, weren't you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
so,
I was.
Can I ask you a question?
Brilliant. Go for it.
What is it about here, do you think, that has helped you come out of your shell a little bit? What do you think? Can you put your finger on what it might be that's helped you get that confidence to ask more questions?
Probably just like working in the shop and talking to strangers really helped, and then also going to that cafe, talking to the people in there really helped. Also traveling there on my own because I feel more independent, and it really helps my confidence.
Brilliant.
Lovely, love it.
It's the perfect answer. It's what we like to hear, and that's what we're here for. And basically, you've kind of covered all the points, even for my next question was, how have you found your experience so far? And I think you've kind of answered that there already. Courtney, I know that you love coming here now. Yeah. And you've become more like... like positive attitude and bubbly and what's going on. Holly, you've just told us that. Jenna, you've just said, you know, it's a lot calmer and you've got a little bit more space to be, to get a quieter space and take some time away if you need it. Lydia, independence in the shop experience, and this lovely room, right? Which is a perfect segue. I'm good at this segue thing. Maybe I should do it more often. We have a media room.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not going to talk about it in much detail, but the media room is where we are exploring and learning about digital skills in regards to making videos, podcasts, and maybe other things in the future. And one of the things that we made very early on when we came here was you've forgotten already, look at that. Was a tour video.
Yeah, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
No, I didn't. I'm sure you were going to say the right thing, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we made our tour video, didn't we? We made the Kreate tour video to show our audience what this place is like. So we're not going to tell them, we're going to show them. So if you are here on YouTube with us now, brilliant. The video is coming up. If you're not, and you listen to us on Spotify, you're going to hear a very short snippet of that video, so you get an idea. And if you want to see it, which we recommend you do because it was all their brilliant hard work and it's excellent, the link to the YouTube channel will be down in the show notes. Well done. I love it. That'll be in the show notes. I'm going to get you lot to be doing that, where all the things are on YouTube, because I don't know. So yeah, here we go. So on the count of 3, we're going to do a clap and we're going to let our audience watch the video. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to Kreate at Work Limited. Please come in. Kreate at Work Limited is a centre where adults with learning difficulties can come and learn new skills and be more independent. This is our shop. In the shop, we have our homeware products and the retail products. We also have the student products, and you can tell which is the student products by they have the Work Limited logo on. On this table at the back of the shop, we make cards, wrapping paper and pom-poms that go on other products. This is our display of cards. We have a variety of different cards such as seasonal, anniversary, birthday and many more. The students get the opportunity to work in the shop and serve customers. They also get the opportunity to do a bit of retail experience.
So in this space here, the kitchen, us students get to make our own drinks, clean up after ourselves. This makes us more responsible, like when we're at home, which I really like that. And also, if you need like help or you're stressed, or you need a bit of quiet space, then you can come in here and talk to the staff about how you're feeling. Welcome to the workshop. So in here, we do various different crafts, such as woodwork. This is what one of the students has made, which it looks really nice. I really like them. We also do resin and jasminite, which is what they're doing behind me here. Here is a jasminite mould, and it creates this. It's a jasminite tray, and it's got pink dye in it, which I think looks nice. So we also do lots of artwork here. So our portraits and music covers, and it's all about us and what we like. I did the Durandra Rio album design. I think it looks quite effective. Yeah. And finally, we are in the studio.
And in the studio, we have been doing filming, photography and podcasts. So can you tell me what you've been doing recently?
Yeah, so I did a sports day kind of interview type thing, and it just really helped with my confidence with talking to people, kind of interviewing people on camera, and it really helped with my technology skills and stuff like that.
Yeah, I found it helped me with learning different techniques in front of the camera and behind the camera.
Yeah.
So we're here in our podcast setup. Have a look at it now.
Thank you for joining us on our tour of Kreate. If you want to see more on our YouTube channel, search @Work Limited. Thanks again and bye!
So there you go. That was the tour of Kreate, that lovely video produced by your 3 lovely students here. And Lydia's nervous because she's just thinking about what she looks like on camera. Did you not like?
No, I look awful.
I
You
think
look fine. You look nice.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
hate looking at myself on camera.
And you did a great job. But we'll come back to it in more detail when we talk about the video again in more detail. Holly, how did you feel? I know you've seen it. You know what? You okay with it? Did you like it?
I liked it. I just didn't like seeing myself because I just kept doing like all these weird like hand movements. I'm like, what are you doing?
They are fantastic. One of my favourite things in all the videos.
Like
and stuff
when you
that
talk and
we've
you just like go like this.
My favourite bit is this. My favourite bit is what we like. I loved it. I thought,
About us.
it's us. It's so passionate. It's so passionate and it's great.
I don't like that.
I like the Holly nod.
Yeah,
She's like
she
done
goes,
something
"Yes."
and she's like,
Yeah.
But it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's your personality. And we'll come on to the presenting stuff because we're going to talk about that in a bit. But you did a fantastic job. And again, for record, Courtney, Holly, and Lydia planned that start to finish. But again, and filmed it. We'll go into it in more detail. I could keep talking about it. Anyway, we'll go through that video then and we'll talk about each space. So the shop, like as an experience, do you like being in the shop? What's the shop bring to you? What have you gained from it?
Yeah, I like working in the shop. Well, I'm just sitting around the table in the shop because you just meet new people every time you're in there, you know.
Customers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
is that the word you're looking
Customers.
for? Yeah.
I was trying to think of how to like explain the customers because you just meet different kinds of people.
Yeah. Yeah. And you don't get that
No,
in other places,
you
do
meet
you?
like posh people coming in like the other day.
Okay. All right. Clear, like individual identifiers.
Yeah.
I like it. Holly, Courtney, working in the shop, being in the shop. What do you think?
Yeah,
What do you like?
it's been good. Yeah, I like talking to the customers. I like helping them out and stuff like that. Yeah, and I like just working on the till and like wrapping people's stuff up because it's helped me wrap my Christmas present.
Boom.
I
There
know,
you go.
I'm
If
terrible at wrapping presents.
I know.
So we're getting
Yeah.
used to it.
Excellent. Good. And like you said earlier, before we showed everyone the video, you know, you've interacted with people and that's built your confidence to then go and talk to
Yeah.
people outside at the bus stop or
Yeah.
in the streets. Courtney, have you worked in the shop yet?
Yeah, I think I've only about a couple of times.
Okay. Yeah. You
Wait.
like it?
But yeah, right, enjoyed it.
Jenna, interesting question for you because I know you, like you said, you get quite anxious about things. Have you learned anything, or do you not like going in the shop? Are you trying to just get used to it?
I'm trying to get used to it a bit.
Yeah.
I've been in the shop once.
Mm-hmm. How did
Didn't-
you feel?
Not.
You're not a fan. It's
No.
okay
It's not.
because
A
it's not for
fan. I'm not
everybody.
a fan going in the shop talking to people.
Yeah.
I just shy away.
Yeah, but that's okay because it's not for everybody, but it offers obviously different things, and you get a bit more out of our workshop space, right? Which we do all of our new products.
yeah, I'm going to say Jenna's probably one of the loudest people in the workshop.
Yes, she really is. She's in her
She
element.
comes
in there.
across at the moment as shy and quiet, and she's definitely not.
Yeah.
But that's a
Which is
positive
a good thing, yeah.
It's a good thing because you're in your element, you're comfortable, you're safe, and you like it in there where we make all these other products. And it says here that Holly particularly likes making these products, such as the...
I like making the jasminite and resin and stuff like
Yeah, and what do we make?
that. So we make like jasminite and resin, like we make sort of like trays and things like
Yeah.
that, and we make like bookmarks and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it all goes directly into the shop,
Yeah, yeah.
doesn't it? So
Yeah.
we make something that we like we mentioned, Katie. Hello again, Katie.
Hi.
We trialed some new things, making products out of resin and jasminite, which is like a fast-acting clay. It's beautiful stuff when it's made right, and it's quite difficult, isn't it? And you've
Yeah.
all learned how to do
You
that
have to
over
like
time.
measure it all out, all the liquids and
I don't like it. Yeah.
The measurement, the
No, I
measurements
don't
and
like the
stuff.
measuring.
But we also help with all of that as well, don't we? So we make all of those things in there, and it's very much like a supply and demand thing, which is something that we haven't done before. We look in the shop, don't we? Go, oh, we need this, and what colours do we need? And then we make those colours and we apply it so that it matches other products. It's all very
yeah. We're trying
technical.
to make like different seasonal stuff. Like
Yeah.
we made pumpkins, and now we're making Valentine's stuff.
Yeah. So along with the card, you can buy some nice little jasminite products and things like that go with it. A little cheeky Valentine's gift. This is going out in March. So this is March now. So next year you can come in and buy something for Valentine's Day for your significant other. Go on. What was I going to say then? I've just lost my train of thought. Courtney is the perfect person to come to next. because we have this room, the media room.
Woo.
Yay! All right, because when we asked you about what you like doing, you said you enjoyed what we're doing here. What is it about the media room then that you really enjoy?
Just basically learning to use cameras,
Yeah.
or just learning to be on camera or on video.
Yeah. Because how do you feel about that? They've already said they're a bit like, ooh, I don't like it.
Well, first I were a bit anxious because I'm always behind.
The camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always. But the more I did it, the more I were happy and enjoying it.
Yeah. Good. And you've started learning like little techniques and things, haven't you?
Yeah,
With the
things that I never
cameras.
knew before.
Yeah. And it's and you're loving it. I can see you loving it
Yeah.
because so again, for reference, we played around with the cameras a bit, but Courtney spends a lot of time behind the camera, don't you?
Yeah.
Doing those things and learning how to set cameras up and composition and things like that. And Jenna, you're the same. You love it in here. Go on. Can you tell us why?
I'm gonna get a camera soon.
Yes. Yes. Isn't that good? You've come here and you've learned and you're into, what is it? Is it the videos? Is it photography? What bits do you like the most?
Just like taking pictures of things.
Yeah. It's fine. You've really enjoyed it and that's really good. And we can help you find the right camera and help you enjoy doing that in your own time as well as doing these projects with us. Just an off-piece question actually that I don't have written on these extensive notes that Adam's made is, you've talked about your disabilities and you're openly happily to talk about them. Do you find it difficult with the media stuff? Does it present any challenges to you with the media stuff, or have you found it's been quite an easy one to get into, or are there any barriers that maybe we could help you overcome with this? I mean, I know a couple of them already, but have you found anything in particular difficult?
No, not really.
No? Holly?
Yeah, when things go wrong, I don't know what to do. Like,
Okay.
and if I was editing videos, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Obviously,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Go for
Obviously,
it.
sometimes I just need to like probably, go over it a few times to like process it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Courtney?
Pretty much just struggling to remember
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. There is. So the two things that you've meant there, and that's fine. And
Yeah.
it's actually like par for the course almost. The first being remembering everything because
Yeah.
in fact, I'll come back to that one after. I'll segue that.
Yeah, I struggle to remember things as well.
Yeah. The one that you mentioned there was things going wrong. And that is very tricky, even for Adam and I, because things go wrong like that. It goes wrong when we're on sets. It goes on wrong when we're doing other projects that we have going on. Things go wrong all the time. And it's very much the art of filmmaking is problem solving as much as it is cool and creative. So that is not individual. It's your experience, but everybody that works in film, no matter what, or media like this, comes across those problems all the time. So that's an experience for you. And then we can help thinking, right, let's think about problem solving. And there's a lot of problem solving that's going to go on in this room. And in terms of remembering all the tech, there is so much that goes into this. Like even just now, we've got 3 things going on. We've got camera 1, 2, and 3 that you need to turn on, batteries and all of that. Got camera 4 up there. We've then got a microphone there. We've then got a microphone over here that Jenna's been talking on. We've then got this audio set up here that Adam's working with that one day you will all work with. There's then another one for other microphones. Then we've got lights. Then we've got to think about shadows. Then we've got to water this plant that we keep forgetting about. Then we've got to design the set. So there's lots of things. So of course, it's very natural to forget something or make a mistake. And actually, it's okay to make mistakes in here because that's how we learn. We made mistakes on a project recently and it was devastating, but it was okay. At the same time, it actually helped us out. So it was fine. But the thing I was going to bring up was remembering other stuff like lines or scripts, because 2 of you have been presenters, right? Now, in one word, see if you can do it in one word. How did you feel about presenting when we first said, by the way, Holly, by the way, Lydia, I'm going to give you a microphone and you're going to present to camera even though you've never been on camera before? How did you feel?
Nervous.
Yeah?
Nervous because I felt like I was going to forget what I was going to say.
Okay. And that is great information for you watching now, because you're going to see Holly and Lydia's very first presenting experience, and then we're going to double back round and talk about the first video as well. So if you are on YouTube, enjoy. If you're on Spotify, remember down there a link to the full video. But
They can't see you pointing.
oh yeah, yeah. There's audio only. In the show notes below, there is a link to this. Well, to the YouTube channel where you'll be able to find this video. So yeah, this was your first ever experience of hosting something, and it was all to do with sports.
I'm so sorry about this.
It was great. Okay, are ready? So on the count of three, you're going to give the clap. 1, 2, 3.
We're gonna have a race. Okay. What's your name and what country are you representing?
Courtney, Spain.
Name and what country are you representing?
Dylan, United Kingdom.
Your name?
Jenna, Italy.
Mali, New Zealand.
Okay. On your marks. Get set. Go. You cheated! Dylan, you're cheating! You're cheating! You didn't go to the finish line! You cheated! I got that. You cheated.
So what's happened? What's just happened?
I just noticed that Dylan cheated. He didn't go right to the finish line.
No, hang on.
How do you feel about that?
Ridiculous hot.
How do you feel about that?
I'm panting.
Okay, so you've got witnesses saying that you cheated.
Cheated!
No comment.
And he cut it out for me!
No comment.
That sounds very guilty to me.
Guilt.
My name is Holly. We're just about to do the long jump, and I'm just going to do some interviews before the race. What's your name and how are you feeling before the race?
My name is Miriam, and I feel great about it.
We're all excited, and let's go. I've just done the long jump. I wasn't expecting to jump further each time. I was expecting to do like really bad. I wasn't expecting to jump so far. How sweaty are you?
Sweating.
How did you feel when you were jumping?
It was awesome. I jumped further than that.
Yeah, that was good. So we've just had our lunch, and now tug of war is going on in the background with staff. I think it's males versus females. So let's see how it goes. Oh, come on, Paul. Oh. Come on, Paul. So the males won. It was really funny. I thought the females were going to win at one point, but then the males just tugged it really hard. It was so funny.
So, we're gonna have a race. That was incredible.
That was so embarrassing.
Do you remember? You remember doing it all now, right? Yeah. Tell us about it. So just quickly, the audio snippet that you heard was definitely Lydia going, "We're gonna have a race."
We're gonna have a race.
And Holly's what we like. So
I
Go
only
on.
did that to try and make Courtney laugh and try and talk about something. I didn't realise I was being filmed at that point.
I mean, you were looking into the camera at the time.
Yeah, but I didn't realise I was being filmed.
it was brilliant. And Jenna's "I'm ridiculous hot," and then waving like
But
that was
now
brilliant.
everyone has seen that Dylan it's cheated.
It's official. Dylan was cheating. He cheated. It was brilliant.
That was controversy for at least a month, wasn't it?
It was. It
He
was
just kept going, no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
three days a week for about 6 weeks. He was defending himself, wasn't he?
So why you didn't go to the end? You just went halfway.
No, he cut me off. He cut me off.
He did cut you off. You can hear you going in the background. But that was your well, that's your first experience, Holly. That was your first experience of presenting in front of camera as well, right?
Yeah.
It was a sports.
Second.
Second. What was the first?
Also, can I just
Outside.
say?
Oh yes,
Second,
we did.
yeah.
So we did like some practice videos, didn't we? That might get put up at some
I
point.
didn't get a practice video. That was like my first time.
No, we like throwing you in the deep end all the time, though, Lydia.
Can I just say it was a really hot week that week? It was like when it was summer.
It was, and that's why we were in the park because we just couldn't.
We couldn't breathe.
Yeah, it was. And you did an incredible, that ridiculous hot. It wasn't it. That should go on a t-shirt. Maybe let us know, because if you would like to wear a t-shirt that says it's ridiculous hot, we'll make them, and you'll be supporting the charity at the same time. So, but it was your second time, wasn't it? So the first time was when we did the egg and spoon race, and we were just trialing it out, weren't we? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then you did your air jump. Remember we practiced the slow-mo. But this was so we then got you to do it for the second time at the sports day. So how did you feel that very, very first time when you did it? How did you feel outside when we were like, here you go, Holly, here's a microphone?
I felt a bit like nervous.
Yeah. And what was it that made you nervous? I mean, I can understand.
Asking people questions.
Yeah. We didn't give you a list of questions or anything, did we? But the second time, what you've just seen was very, very different, because you did that with very little prompting, actually. And we'll talk, because you were talking about director's notes, Adam, weren't you? So Adam led that with you. He worked with you, didn't you? And you interviewed for the long jump and all the other stuff. And and the tug of war and all of that. But how did you feel that second time when we were at Sports Day doing it?
I felt a bit more confident doing it. I felt like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And was that directly because you'd just done it that once and you just took it all?
Yeah.
You're like, wow. What about director's notes? So Adam talked to you about director's notes. Do you want to expand on that, Adam?
Yeah, so that was for the Create tour video, wasn't it? I think we've...
Right.
Yeah.
I'm merging them together here.
Yeah, that would be it.
Okay.
But, no, yeah, so it kind of relates to the presenting now. So we're sort of talking about the kitchen scene, Holly, weren't we? And I guess this relates to like processing information and everything. We were giving you a lot of lines and a lot of information, and then things always change, don't they? So you'll have the basis for what we want you to say, and then we'll go, oh, actually, add this little bit, and that might actually add to it. And then I remember giving you a note, and you were like, I could see the cogs turning a little bit, and you were getting it. But then you were like, you managed to get the lines, but then you kind of lost the energy a little bit that you had before. And I was like, right, I want you to do exactly what you've just said, but give me the energy. And then when you did it, I was like, yes, she's doing it.
It was brilliant.
It was brilliant. And that's what you see, the line about coming into the kitchen and talking to the staff and them like helping you with your anxiety. That's that line there. And I was so proud of you when you did it. I was like, yes.
It was brilliant. It was really good. So yeah, I mixed them up there because I thought it was anyway. It doesn't matter. It's all relevant. It's all relevant. So yeah, how was it taking director's notes? How did you, like what Adam's just said there? How did you find it? How did it make you feel?
It was helpful because when I forgot what to say, I just look at that.
Yeah, good. You were brilliant with the ad-libbing. Two very different things. Your experience there that we've just shown people is your first experience. We literally just went, here you go. And you did it. No direction, no script, no purpose either. It was just purely a test, trialing out the cameras, Robert had a go with the camera, didn't he? And you were all running and stuff. That's what you had. And you did really, really well with it. You just went, whatever, and just tried your best. And it was great. Holly, even though we did a similar thing with you, you had the things to talk about, right? So you had a little bit, not necessarily direction, but you had with long jump. And then you, from what we've just said, you remembered your experience from the egg and spoon practice. And you naturally, very naturally, when we're doing a long jump, what's your name and how do you feel? To Miriam, and then obviously everybody else. And then your natural response when you went, how was that to Jack? And all of that was like just completely natural to you. And then the way that you were presenting for the tug of war, which was hilarious because Sally ended up on a bum and I ended up hovering and holding onto that rope for dear life. That was amazing because you just took what you'd seen and you just fed it back perfectly well. I think, well, I can't remember now. What was it? It was like, I thought the females were going to win. And then I thought this, and it was brilliant. It was so fast and, I didn't know what was going on. That was brilliant presenting. And all of that to then double back supported making that tour video that we've just shown everyone, right? Which experience did you prefer? And I don't mean one's better than the other, but your personal preference. Did you enjoy, I'll come back to you, Lydia, just because you're sat there.
Okay.
Did you prefer the ad hoc, like, I'm just going to be me and play around? Or did you prefer the structured video and the structure and the planning?
Probably would just be me one because it's less stressful.
Yeah. Means you can do your wiggle. People won't see it. Well, I don't think we've shown anyone your wiggle just yet. But we have.
Yeah. We have.
Lydia's wiggle. There we go. And so that's fine. Holly, what about you? The scripted ones or the structured ones?
I like having structure.
Yeah, okay. And that's another lovely, God, we're good at this. Lovely segue into the work that we did beforehand. Because we have this as our little pre-production notebook, don't we? And for reference, the whole video was made by Jenna, Courtney, Holly, and Lydia. We were just behind the scenes helping out with things. But we literally did an entire, before we even started shooting, didn't we? We did I'm showing a terrible page here. We did an entire storyboard, shot list, a rough example of what you were going to say as well. And it was because we had a message to get across, right? Mm-hmm. And this is really important. Did this help at all in any way? I know you were saying you were a little bit like, I don't know what to say, but how did this help?
I think it helped, like, us all as a group to try and remember what we were doing.
Yeah.
And how we're going to plan it out.
Mm-hmm. Bit of structure to the day as well, wasn't it? Because we knew that we were going to go in that room and do this specific thing. And you knew that we needed to get...
Yeah. I was saying, like, if we were going to film in, the kitchen that day or in the workshop this day.
Yeah. So did that take a bit of pressure off?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because Courtney, you did a lot of behind the scenes stuff, didn't you? What did you find difficult or what did you enjoy about the behind the scenes stuff?
Just being more behind the scenes were more easier than being on camera.
Yeah.
But it's much easier for me now.
Yeah. Because you sat right there.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't have sat there, this time last year, would you? Maybe?
No, I'd be terrified.
Yeah, but you're doing a great job. It's brilliant. So yeah, this is all the pre-production that you did, and then we shot it, and then we archive all of this because another good one. We are making another video, or another tour video actually, aren't we? Because we are going to Work Limited to do the same thing. So we've had the experience of doing it here, and we are going to Work Limited to record the tour of there so that people can see both sites and the differences in both of those sites and what different things they offer, which keep your eyes peeled for. And yeah, so we're covering, I'll keep bumping that. We're covering the entire process, aren't we? In terms of pre-production and making sure that we're giving you as much preparation as possible. Yeah. And then you're going into these spaces and just and nailing it.
No, it's just been really nice seeing you grow, basically. And from the start, we kind of got thrown into this and we didn't know any kind of structure of what we were going to do. It was all, we had to come up with everything, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we were like, how are we going to structure the videos, the podcast, everything?
Mm-hmm.
And we've been learning along the way. And that's been really great for us to make little milestones, but then also to see you guys taking on board what we're planning and just enjoying what we're doing. And it's really satisfying to actually be like, all right, I think they're actually enjoying this.
Yeah. And relaxing into it a lot more.
Yeah.
Like you said, Courtney, you felt like, whoa, look at all this stuff. But by focusing on one thing behind the scenes, it's made you feel more confident about becoming in front of the scenes on our lovely sofa. So yeah, I think that's about it. I think we've talked about Kreate, haven't we? We've shown everyone Kreate and what we do in all the spaces. We have chatted about presenting and all the projects that we do here and why it's different and why you enjoy it. Have you had a good time today doing this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you think this is going to make you feel more confident for the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
What would you're probably going to be on our maybe definitely going to be on our next one. So keep your eyes peeled. Thank you, everybody. Go on, Adam's got something to add.
Courtney's featuring it, but she's not in the sofa.
Oh yeah, hint. Ooh,
We've got
stay
something special
tuned.
lined. Does Courtney even know about that yet?
Nope.
Oh, we've got
Well,
something
No,
special
you
for
just said it.
I've been told about
You
it
don't know what it
though.
is yet, but we've got something
No.
special lined up for you.
I know what
This
it
is exciting.
Okay, now I'm definitely anxious.
No. It's going to be great. It's going to be great fun.
It's not going to be a prank video, is it?
Nope.
No.
We don't do punked here, miss. We don't punk people here, do we?
Well, not
No
yet.
pranks.
Not
I might
yet.
get you a coffee for it.
Might treat you to a cheeky cup of char.
Yeah.
Ooh, very nice.
Keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, we will tell you about it afterwards.
Yeah.
We don't
Nothing
want
to be worried about unless I'm there with you.
Oh, drama.
Lydia wants a coffee. That's what it is.
Yeah. So, we will keep your eyes peeled for that. But thank you very much. So the next episode is monthly. That's one thing we didn't say. We are doing 3 episodes. 1 March, April, May, and it's the first Friday of each month. So this is the first one. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you've had a good time. Like and subscribe and all that. What do you do? Where are they? Where are the buttons and things?
Down here.
So if it's YouTube, it's down here. If it's following on Instagram, it's up there. And if it's on Facebook, see, we knew that Facebook's not for the younger generations anymore. Where is it? Where is it on Facebook? I don't know.
No idea.
Spotify, where is it?
Spotify.
Because they got.
That's at the top.
Yeah, it's at the top next to the icon. Follow us and have a listen.
And Instagram.
And Instagram. Well, what are the handles? We need to go for the
Follow.
handles. Follows up above, isn't it? on
Yeah,
Instagram?
it is, yeah.
So Instagram is @worklimited_Sheffield.
Woohoo.
Yes. Facebook is @worklimited.
Yes.
Yep.
YouTube is also @worklimited. And then Spotify.
It's cool to be different.
It's cool to be different. Absolutely. Thank you
Because
very much.
we are cool.
We are cool. And something else, we want to hear from our listeners, don't we? Like, we're talking about things that we like doing. We're talking about our learning disabilities. We want to break stigmas and alleviate misconceptions, give people a better understanding of people with various learning disabilities and how that might look and how people can be supportive. So if you have any questions for any of our students, please leave them in the comment section, which on all of them is definitely below, I think, or Instagram. But leave them. We will collect them and we will either do a Q&A session or we will ask them in a future episode. Oh, bless you, Jenna. Because I'm sure you've you've got questions and our students are all happy to answer, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's not me putting words in their mouths. The reason this podcast exists is because you wanted to do it. So, what you want, you shall receive. But I think we'll leave it there. I think I've covered everything.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. So lastly, let's wave goodbye to Katie one more time. Bye, Katie. And bye, everyone. Thank you. Join us for the next one in 4 weeks' time, I suppose.
Yep.
Thanks.
With
Sayonara.
Courtney doing a prank.
See you later.
Bye.